Hello, Taurus, and welcome to your forecast for January 2017. Now, this works if you have your sun, moon, or ascendant in Taurus. Now, remember, this is just a general forecast. If you would like a more detailed reading for yourself, you can always schedule a private session with me in the link below. Okay, Taurus, so let's get with your monthly forecast. Now, January is a very interesting month for you, and we're going to start with January 4th. And Venus is going to be going in the house where Neptune and Mars are. So there's 3 planets in this house, and this house is your 11th house of friendships and goals and aspirations. So during this time in January, you're being very active because Mars is here. You're being very active and you're taking charge when it comes to your friendships, when it comes to making networks, and when it comes to accomplishing your dreams and to get gains from your company. So I do see that you could be having an extra boost of money here coming for you, especially if you're visualizing it, because Neptune is also here in this house and it's helping you visualize where you want to be. Neptune is a great planet for the secret. When you visualize things, Neptune tries to bring them to you because Neptune is the one that breaks all barriers. It connects you to the oneness, okay? So I see a lot of activity in your social network. I see a lot of activity in your dreams, in your aspirations, and in your gains from your company. So this month of January is a great month for socializing. It's a great month to go out and meet people, meet other ones, and make new friends that help you accomplish these dreams. You have this active energy. At the same time, because before January 4th, since Mars and Neptune are here, there could be a little bit of deceptions going on with your friendships, or you're kind of fighting because Mars sometimes can get a little bit too passionate into aggression. But after the 4th, since Venus is coming here, I see things kind of harmonizing and bringing you good luck with your friends and bringing you good luck with gains from your company. So some of you are going to see some bonuses coming to you, okay? Now, on January 9th, we have Mercury going direct, and it's right now in Sagittarius because it's been retrograding and it went all the way into Sagittarius. And Sagittarius rules your sector of intimacies, of sharing assets with other people, with your significant other. Sex. It has to do with transformation. It has to do with research. It has to do with it has to do with death. It has to do with astrology. Practically has to do with everything that is hidden. Everything that is hidden. That's why it's research. And at the same time, the things that are hidden could have power over us. So that's why it's also the house of power and sharing powers equally. And when you don't manipulate, this gets good. Okay, and since you've been having Saturn here, making it a little hard for you to get intimate with yourself and others, getting you a little bit uncomfortable with taboos, getting you maybe a little bit uncomfortable with your sexuality, this is the time where Venus has been retrograding, and it can help you do some research in this aspect of your life. Get into some deep psychological research of your mind, of your psyche, and also analyze, because Mercury is the planet of academic mental abilities. So analyze your darker self, analyze your shadow self, analyze your sexual life. Go over it. Maybe you could do some research on some tantric practices so it can help you, get rid of this challenge that Saturn is giving you. It's also a time to communicate, to talk about, intimate issues with your loved one. About psychological issues and traumas that you have or that others might have. This is a very psychological time. So I definitely see that by January 9th on, you're going to be a lot more like, okay, I know because you've been thinking about, this whole situation with your morality and your ideals that you've been doing during Mercury retrograde. So by the time that it's January 9th and it's moving direct in Sagittarius, you already kind of have an idea. So now you can actually start taking action in these things. But definitely do some research. Definitely do some research when it comes to sex, when it comes to tantric practices. How can you connect yourself better with your mate? How can you be more intimate with yourself and others? How can you let yourself be vulnerable without feeling like you're losing power? All right? Now, on the 12th, we have a beautiful full moon in Cancer. And Cancer rules your 3rd house of communications, of travels, of siblings, of a healthy ego, the one that actually helps you get into those things that you actually love doing. So you're not, making other people's dreams come true, but you're making your own dreams come true, and you have the courage to do that. It's also the house of signing up deals, signing contracts. So with the full moon here, you're coming to a completion of all these things. You're coming to a completion with your relatives, with your siblings, with your brothers and sisters. You're coming to a completion of your communication and how you've been communicating. And wherever you are at this moment, life is not trying to see if you're advanced or not. It's just wherever you are at this moment, on the full moon on the 12th, go out and centralize your energies and meditate on this and say thank you, be grateful. Okay, I learned these lessons with my siblings. Okay, I established a better friendship with my brothers and sisters. I wasn't communicating so well, but I am learning and I'm going to communicate better. Maybe I'll write next time if I can't say it. Also signing contracts, like all the contracts that you've been signing for the year, it's like this is the completion of it all, and now you're starting to begin a new cycle with those things. So definitely say thanks, definitely put the gratitude in there, and I definitely see that you've come into a full completion of these things. So now there's going to be a new beginning in this. All right, Taurus. Now on the 13th, Mercury has finally left Sagittarius and is going to go into Capricorn with the Sun and Pluto, that they're both sitting there. So the 13th is a very powerful day. And it has to do with your morals, it has to do with your travels, it has to do with your publishings, it has to do with your higher beliefs, it has to do with going to school. So for all the Tauruses that are in school, especially college, this is the time where you're really having a powerful day. And you're shining here. You're shining here in your wisdom. And you've been thinking a lot about, okay, am I really following my philosophy? I preach a lot, but am I really following this? Or am I being a hypocrite?